Welcome to the BTL Morning Show, and this is Aben Garlan, your leadership and personal growth coach today. I believe that every person has the capacity to go beyond the limits in personal growth and life mastery. That is why I started my community Beyond the Limits. If you're not yet a member, please join our Facebook group, Beyond the Limits Community. Join our discussion today together with our coach, Luis Yu. Luis?
Hi, BTL community. This is your business coach, Luis, and we are here to inspire, equip, and empower. So join us today for this episode. Let's talk about the first significant shift from goals to growth outward to growth inward. Coach Aben.
Yes, Coach Luis. As I have mentioned on the previous episode, I eat numbers for breakfast. So I am a numeric person or numeric oriented person. And so, yes, nothing wrong with that, of course, because we need goals, correct? But if I will just focus on numbers, just like what had happened before, especially in my previous jobs, I work hard, yes, and it's natural for us to do that. But along the way, you know what, Luis? I sacrificed my body. Imagine this, still working for about 2 weeks while I was having a fever. Imagine that.
Oh.
And so I did not take a rest during that time. And even during long weekends, like Holy Week or what, instead of me spending time with my family, I was spending time with my laptop. That was many years ago. And you know what? I want to achieve this, maybe finish my work, achieve these numbers, and I don't know if I'm really growing or not. I'm just focused on those numbers. And believe me, I suffered. And of course, you know this, Coach Luis, that
Yes,
I got
yes.
sick before, so I did not work on my health, and I tend to sacrifice my relationships with my family and with some friends. I did not have enough rest and enough vacation for me to recover for the sake of those external rewards like sales achievement,
Mhm.
company rewards, prestige, or position. So that was before, and I learned the lesson the hard way. But I will tell you some of the stories later on, maybe. But how about you, Luis? Talking about growth outward and growth inward.
Yes, I just want to focus on working hard
Mhm.
versus working wise. Because
Okay.
the thing here is that a lot of people, including you and me,
Mhm.
before, right? We work so hard. We work like as you said, we compromise our health in
Mhm.
working hard. And in fact, in my previous work,
Mhm.
before I used to work, that I travel from one location to another for about 5 hours or 3 hours,
Oh.
and
Mhm.
that's risky. You're
Right.
risking yourself, and you are working very hard to just to earn for a living. And I also salute those people who are working hard. But again, we're not here to discriminate or discourage those people. You do what you do best. You work hard on it, but there's something that we need to know, that there is something that we call that you work wisely or
Correct.
smart. In a more
Yes.
general way, you work smart, because there are a lot of things when you are focusing more on the outward. You
Mhm.
work so hard. You want to achieve so much that you
Correct.
work. You exhaust all your energy and strength and your capacity to do physically to
Mhm.
achieve that goal or a certain goal. So that's what you focus on,
Mhm.
working on the outward. But in fact, you need to focus. You miss on focusing the more vital or the more important part, which is working on the inward. What is that?
Yes.
Well, Coach Aben, as I said, we are both working hard workers in our
Yes.
times when we were both employed. And when I was able to learn and started studying, that's when I started to grow inwardly. And
Mm.
that's when I started to learn how to deliver more but work less. If you know
Okay.
what I mean.
Yes.
If you work smart,
Mhm.
you will learn how to channel your energy to the more important things that you need
Yes.
to finish and you need to achieve. And that's when you become smarter in things that you do. That's when you prioritize things that are actually very important,
Mm.
and that we tend to to look away or consider not important when we are working hard, because or maybe somehow we just realize that it's a very important task or achievement that we need to do, or goal that we need to do, but somehow we lack energy to do it because we work hard and we focus more on the outward. So again, I was able to shift from growth outward to growth inward, because I realized that growing inwardly will help you grow outward even more precisely and more importantly greater than what you focused before, just focusing on growing outward.
Correct. And my take on your sharing, Luis, on your thoughts, we need to, you know what? We tend to master on the minor things.
Yes.
That's what we have experienced before, and sometimes we still experience that, or we tend to work on that. Sometimes if we are not conscious of what we are
Yes.
doing, correct? And I'm also guilty about that. How about
Yes.
our viewers? Do they have the same
Yes.
challenge that we sometimes tend to master the minor things, where in fact we need to
Yes.
master master the major things in our lives, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And so
Yes.
yes, I like your sharing. Thank you so much, Luis. And I was talking about the hard lesson that I have learned, correct, before.
Yes.
And for some of our viewers, maybe you know this, but for most of you, maybe not. I have suffered three fatal diseases many years ago because yes, I'm very passionate at work, but and I can travel to different places, even for vacation. I take a
Yes.
lot of time to travel in different places, either for work, ministry, or for personal matters, but I did not take time to work on my health. And so I need to have a balance. I needed to have that
Yes.
harmony. So, yes, harmony. When I decided to put harmony in all areas of my life so that the important things will go first, there I receive the internal rewards. Of course, first is my health. I'm healthier now compared, let's say, 10
Woohoo!
years, 11 years ago because of that decision to grow inwardly first before outward. Why? Because when we do better, or we can do better when we become better. Let me repeat that.
Yes.
We can do better if we become better. Wow. What are your takes about
Yes.
that insight, Luis?
Yes. Precisely. I do agree with everything that you said, and what I developed personally is discipline. I was able to
Mm,
develop this
discipline.
discipline of learning, discipline of uh, just embracing the importance of setting goals, achieving
Mm,
goals, and loving the people around you.
yes.
I was able to take time to know what are the most important things in my life
Mm,
at that certain period that I need to achieve first, or that I need to deliver first. And that's what discipline did to my life.
mm,
The discipline to study. You know what?
yes.
Before I tend to focus, or not focus. I tend to get distracted to a lot of stuff, a lot of
Mm,
things. I want to do this, I want to do
uh-huh.
that, I want to do a lot of stuff and things, and it took a lot of my time.
Mm,
Now that we know, looking back at those days, we wish that we can turn back the clock and we just
Mm.
use those time to do more studying, to do more learning, rather than to waste that time to a stuff that did not produce. So that's what I'm saying. When I started focusing or having that discipline, growing inwardly, everything manifested outwardly. Everything just shows outwardly. I was able to run a business. I was able to start a business. I was able to become a better leader. I was able to listen to a lot of people, more people. I was able to learn more. So that opens a lot of doors for me.
Wonderful. Yes, that's very important. Discipline, and all of us, we need that. We need discipline in our
Yes.
lives. And talking about internal rewards, I have mentioned earlier, apart from health, which I put on the discipline right now. I started working on it, started becoming more disciplined because health is wealth. Health is very important. And apart from that, I work on uh, internal rewards. Other internal rewards are personal development, character enhancement, deeper relationships. And so it's very important, as we have said, to work on the inside before we can grow on the outside. Why? Because to end this discussion, let us share this to all our BTL community, our viewers, our listeners. Growth on the inside fuels growth on the outside.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. What did you learn and what are your takeaways? Please leave a comment at the comment section. And once again, this is your business coach, Luis Yu, and we'll see you again next episode.
Yes, before we move to the next episode, please do give us a favor. Share this post to your friends. And please follow my page, Aben Garlan. And of course, join our worldwide community of individuals who want to go beyond the limits in personal growth and life mastery. Visit Beyond the Limits Community Facebook group today. And so once again, this is Aben Garlan telling you that you can make waves, trailblaze, and go beyond the limits. We will see you on the next episode.